Hey tubers, so I'm back with another video here, and I thought I'd switch it up. I know we've been talking a lot about Doge, obviously with Doge Day and all the intentions beginning. However, in the stock market, a lot of the small caps that have been making, that have made really big moves in the past, garden a lot of attention, like Nano Dimension, BNGO, and ZOM. A lot of those stocks, they've been selling off quite a bit, and what you kind of see in the market is really um, there was social influence, obviously, and a lot of other companies investing in these micro caps or large small caps, but they've recently sold off because those institutions, they've been and profit taking from retail traders, they've been switching over to more trustworthy names, right? The blue chips, right? If we look at Apple, you've seen it go back up while these have gone back down, right? You've also seen Amazon going back up here, right? So the money, the rotation, sector rotation, whatever you want to call it, that's happening. And it looks like we might be finding a bottom on Nano Dimension here. And I have a lot of not clean lines here. So there was pretty much 6% rise, right? We saw a spike in the price, and that was due to Nano Dimension acquiring a deal with pretty much acquiring a company, Israel-based company. They're both I think Israel-based, DeepCube. And look at what they're about. So again, AI, machine learning, deep learning. Looks like they've been on the Forbes list there. They won an innovation award. And how big a deal of it is, how Nano Dimension's going to use DeepCube. I mean, they could definitely use it to further the development of their Dragonfly 3D printer. All right, the materials, different type of materials. Use AI to find new patterns. Just really, I mean, you kind of see it here. DeepCube Software Accelerator enables all AI hardware providers to improve drastically the speed. I don't think, data centers, edge devices, that doesn't really apply to Nano Dimension. I think really just the semiconductors. They don't really produce semiconductors either. They're in the material space, but same with speeding up the development of materials. So $70 million to see what kind of future catalyst that's going to bring. Price action is going to bring Nano Dimension. I think it broke. That was actually a good entry to get in on that pullback. And I have a very small position in this disclosure, but nothing significant. I'm not sure if the downside is done yet. Cathy Woods, she bought probably 5-6 million, I don't know, or more over the last week. She's been buying it up. So and maybe the bottom's in. It's forming a little cup there. We'll just have to kind of see where it goes. But adding on the way, just if you believe in this company or any company, you just want to buy as it approaches support on its red days. It's the RSI here is pretty low, 30, and it's touching the bottom Bollinger Band, which the purple band is extreme selling, right? The red band is where it's extreme buying. So when you kind of get in this, when you touch either of those, touching the purple, it's supported there, right? So the upside, if it holds this price, it's just, you know, there's more upside here. Yeah, just got to keep watching it. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. Big news, you know, and them acquiring, you know, DeepCube. Sounds like a cool company, right? That had garnered a lot of attention, and that's why the price spiked. And with the sell-off that's been happening, it might be a good time to buy. I'll be keeping it on watch, and you know, with Cathy Wood buying it up in, you know, part of her ARK investments. I think it's ARK. Let's just double check. I think I have the prospectus open somewhere. There we are. So 3D printing ETF, that's PRNT ticker. And you see Nano Dimension, about 2 million shares, 2%, 2.2% of the ETF. So that's, you know, I don't know what her average is. It could be, yeah, it's probably like a 7 average maybe, since she's been adding it. So 14 million there, that makes sense. And then she also has the Israel holdings. I'm sure NNDM is also in here. That might be, maybe I'm wrong. No, I'm right. So she has another 5 million there, right? 1.5%. So she definitely has a stake in that company, and so that's a good thing. When, you know, she's, if we look at, I'm gonna just extend the video a bit, guys. Here, I think it's worth looking. Yeah, she's been investing all these, you know, small caps, micro caps, and also, you know, throwing in the large caps too, in that sector to balance it out. And you can see mostly it's following that same pattern, right? Sell off, and from here, I guess you could kind of see a trend line here, right? That if it holds there, then there is more upside. That's something good to see there. Israel, same thing here, right? Following that pattern. And then go back to NNDM, not really following that. It's not really making a trend up, right? It's just supporting. It's kind of finding support. And it's not a bad pattern. I think it's a pretty good pattern. As long as it holds, it could, you know, have an ascending breakout, depending on the next, on the short term, what that looks like. But technicals aside, you know, I think it's a good company with some potential with, you know, printing electronics. We're just gonna keep fabricating electronics in the future, so having a way to 3D print it, prototype, speed up the development of just new electronic technology, different ways to design it from a 3D perspective, and then scaling it, selling, you know, being able to scale it for other companies that do buy their machine. Cathy Wood being on buying up a lot of these stocks, you know, there's for the retail investor, there's I think that's a really positive sentiment, good thing to have. All right, guys, so that's all I wanted to cover in this video, and wanted to change it up a bit. Like I said, you know, I do like stocks. I think crypto is having its time right now. It's, you know, both stock market had a big roar in 2020, 2021. Seems to be like the time for crypto again. But you know, there's plenty of opportunity. Don't want to leave the stock market out of it. You know, leave me the comments below. Let me know what you guys think about NNDM. What, you know, if I'd like to hear your take on it. If you guys have, if there's a good entry here, if you think it's gonna go even lower, if you think Cathy's just crazy buying up, investing in all these stocks, you know, she's just been buying up all kinds of stocks in the same sector that have been selling off, right? So, all right, guys, really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And then until the next video, see ya.